Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. Yes, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. As you can see, we are basically testing this $36,000 level of resistance. Looking good for the time being. Looking good, like we can try and actually get above it, break above into the top half. You can see we had our first attempt at it. Had a pull all the way back down to our 30k support, and then we are now looking at our second attempt. So in much the same way, our second attempt down here did look pretty dicey, and on the balance of probabilities, you could probably say we're lucky to have held it at that point. With our second attempt up here, you would say that we've got a good chance of breaking above. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how this plays out. But obviously, this is looking potentially very positive. If we get back into this top level above $36,000, then at least in our wider range, we will then be operating in the top half. Things can start to get more bullish. Confidence can come back into the market. And then we can try and ultimately take out 42,000, and then continue upwards on our merry way. But yeah, obviously we do need to wait for that close above, because if we do come back down, if we do take out 33,000, we do head back towards 30,000, it will look pretty bad. So yeah, waiting for these closures, waiting for these confirmations. $36,000 is key. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We could very easily find our way above that today. I wouldn't be surprised at all, and then we could accelerate up towards $38,000, and then yeah, price action could hopefully basically populate between 36 and this $38,000 and $39,000 level in the short term. So also what does indicate a bit of health in the crypto market is what we've been saying. This was not indicating health, as obviously Ethereum was just bleeding away against Bitcoin. It wasn't indicating any form of appetite for risk within the crypto market. But obviously we've had a nice pump in this now, no doubt to do with the London upgrades and the potential deflationary aspect of Ethereum. But I guess it's only potential. It's more deflationary than what Ethereum is at the moment, or disinflationary, because obviously Ethereum does inflate every day, and then if there are some getting burnt every day, we still have to burn more than is actually getting created every day, which is not necessarily going to happen. But either way, it's going to be less inflation. So maybe some people, when they're saying it will be deflationary, yes, it does burn tokens, but it's not. Unless they burn more tokens than are basically created every day, which I believe I've seen figures of about 13,000. I think it's 13,000 Ethereum inflation every day. It would have to burn more than that to then become actually deflationary. But nonetheless, we'll take disinflationary, we'll take less inflation, because that clearly has to have an upward pressure on the price. But also as crypto potentially expands, DeFi expands, the use of the Ethereum blockchain expands, that would result in more burning of more tokens anyway, and therefore ultimately, if crypto is to thrive, it will definitely become deflationary for Ethereum. But anyway, this is probably why this is pumping. But yes, maybe the evil manipulator whales have been trying to squeeze you out of your precious Ethereums over the past few weeks, and now it is time for it to rip. You can see we're at this important horizontal here. We're at this horizontal here. This is potentially a more important horizontal, but yeah, we're at horizontal resistance. So yeah, maybe we get a bit of a pullback. Maybe we just continue through, but we're at resistance nonetheless. Maybe we trade sideways here, as we pretty much have been doing for a little bit. But yeah, this is obviously a positive occurrence, not only for Ethereum but also for crypto as a whole, and obviously Bitcoin. So if we go to the USD pairing, you can see we have now basically bust through that all important basically resistance level, which is good, and we just got to basically hold above here, continue trading in here, and ultimately try and make our way back up to the next one. But this is looking good, but ultimately we haven't closed. We actually haven't closed any candles above here yet, because this candle's not closed yet, and it is a 4-hour 9, so we could get a dip back below, we could get a pullback in this. It will pretty much probably depend on what happens to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin potentially looking good to break towards 36,000, and in which case the dollar value of this will continue upwards. It will be very unlikely for this dollar value to come down once Bitcoin breaks a good above 30,000. It isn't unlikely for this to pull back as Bitcoin accelerates to the upside, because it's the Satoshi pairing, but yeah, the dollar pairing at least could wouldn't pull back if Bitcoin is going up. But yeah, if we can get back into this mid zone, get back above 3,000, then I think we then will be on our merry way to 8,000 end of year, 8,000 Ethereum end of year. So not looking too bad there. Bitcoin dominance just hanging around up there, looking like it doesn't want to go up any further. So hopefully if that can start to come down, it can also indicate more health in the crypto market. DXY though, not that it's doing a lot worse, it's still well within our zones. We're not even into this resistance area yet, but yeah, just in the mid zone. But yeah, it's drifting up slightly, but ultimately we're bearish on this. Maybe we do come and test into the zone one last time and then come down, but yeah, still there or thereabouts, not doing too much, not broken down yet. Had a few goes, now potentially going to test into the resistance after testing the support, and then we shall see where it goes. Stocks obviously looking good, as you can see there, as you can see here. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously looking extremely good. Nasdaq being the one most closely correlated to obviously tech stocks, closely correlated to Bitcoin. So as you can see, that is looking good. So we have got that. We obviously got well, not that DXY has made a move down, but obviously stocks moving up with the DXY ultimately just made that move down. Yeah, we could be seeing the bull market back on, and let's face it, pretty much everybody is fearful and or have turned bearish. It wasn't looking good. It still isn't looking, do you know what I mean, fantastic, but it's just not looking as bad as it was. But you can certainly say a lot of people have been shaken out, and a lot of people are bearish, and that when obviously the majority of the market does turn bearish, then we have potentially got we've potentially got a chance to then move up, because that is what markets do. They do not make making money easy, so they are going to have basically got a lot of people to sell their coins, and obviously once they stop selling, then the market can then go back up. So that is the irony. No, it's not irony, but that is just the difficulty of how trading works. So yeah, finally, let's have a look at those stochastics. Yeah, 4 hour is actually potentially looking to turn back up, but very high at the moment. But if you can hold up here, maybe it can get us through that 36,000. Maybe we will have a little bit of a pullback based on the 4 hour, but we shall have to see. 10 hour though, this is looking good though to bust us through 36,000. 12 hour also looking good to break us through, and daily is moving up, but we really want to see daily into the bullish half, but at the moment it's moving up and we'll take that. 2 day looking to try and turn its way back up. 3 day is pointing up from a low level, and then obviously we know what these guys are doing as well. But all in all, you could say from the 10 hour and 12 hour, we've got a good chance of breaking through this 36,000. Also 12 hour daily could very nicely get moving up if we do as well, and could at least see us holding within this zone. These higher time frames do look are pretty beaten up and looking to turn back up from very low levels. So if they do get going and we do hold this upper level, ultimately you'll think we have a good shot of breaking through 42, continuing in towards the 50s, maybe getting a pullback then, and then we shall have liftoff. But yeah, we shall see. Obviously, it is all about the levels and the confirmations. You've got to get over 36. We've got to get over 39. We've got to go over 42. We've not got to go below 33. We've not got to go below 30. So yeah, that is what we are looking at, guys. So yeah, there we go. So thank you for listening. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.